In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use workflow automation to trigger activity creation. And I'm also going to show you how you can do the same thing using Zapier automation. And you can choose which system is more intuitive and is going to work better for you. So I'm going to start with Zapier automation, and I'm going to click Create a new Zap. And the trigger I want to use for this is in the Pipedrive tool. I want when a deal matches a filter, I want a certain action to happen. So here I'm going to go ahead and create the filter. So from the deals view, I'm going to come click over here and click add a new filter. And this filter will be very simple. I just want it to be that the deal stage is, and this is my sales pipeline, so follow up. I like to name this, so Zapier deal stage is follow up. You can keep it private so no one accidentally edits it. Go ahead and click save. And then what I'm going to do here is select my account. And then select my filter. So this is filter 38. So I can scroll down, or I can also just type 38 and select that filter. And then if I test my trigger here, both of those deals should come in. So we have these two deals. So this one is the one that's coming in here. So I believe, yes, so this is the person, Rachel Polito. This is the org. And so it has found those deals. So then the action I want to take is to, in Pipedrive, create an activity. And here, again, select my app. In my subject, it's going to be follow up on discovery call. Then you can connect it again through these pieces of data. So here, if I can get an org ID, so org ID value is what I want. So that's going to be this organization here, and I can always double check by clicking through, and here's the org ID, or down at the very bottom left-hand corner, just by hovering over, you can see that it's organization /35. So 35 is correct there. Assign to, so I like to assign to the deal owner, which is user ID from step 1. You can also hard code assign. So I'm going to do user ID here. And then the person, I'm going to again type in the person ID. Here we have 89. If I come over back to Pipedrive and I hover, this is /person/89. Great, that's what I want. And then deal, again, is an ID from step 1. It's not done yet. And this is maybe going to be a call. So I'll say this is due tomorrow at 5 p.m. And then I can select a duration and add a note as well if I want. So I'm going to go ahead and test this action, and I should see an activity get created here. So here I have follow up on discovery call here within this deal assigned to the deal owner, which is Liz, and it's due tomorrow at 5 p.m. Awesome. So that's how you can create it through Zapier. You would want to name this Zap. So create discovery call follow-up activity. Close, and then I can publish it. Publish and turn on. And then if I wanted to test this out, I could come back to my deals, drag one over, and again, based on my automation plan, I should have a activity get created within a couple of minutes. So I'll pause the video while that pops up. So here we have that activity, and if we wanted, we could always check the history within Zapier and see that it's run, check the ID, and know that that all happened again via automation. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn this automation off, and now I'm going to create the same thing in workflow automation. So I'm going to click these three dots and go to workflow automation. And you can start with a template, so you're welcome to do that. I'm going to just build from scratch and do discovery follow-up activity as the name of this workflow. So my trigger is going to be that a deal is updated. So I'm going to apply the trigger. Now that's going to trigger anytime anything is updated on a deal. So I need a condition. I need essentially a filter step. So here my filter is going to be that the deal stage is or has changed to, and this will be follow-up. I can also add things like, and this is very similar to creating the filter in Pipedrive for the Zapier automation, I can say that the deal status is open. If a deal is lost, I don't want this automation to be created. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that condition. Then I'm going to select to do an action step. And here I'm going to create an activity. Now I need to select the information I want to populate. So I want to have a due date and a due time, the assigned to person, the linked person org deal. I want to add a note, and we will start with that. So I'm going to click next here, and then I'm going to put this information in. So we will do discovery call, follow up. I'll select the type. So again, this can be a call. The due date will be tomorrow. The next day, I think is what it is in here, in one day. And then we can opt to skip weekend. So if we don't want this due on the weekend, if today was Friday and we have it due in one day, it would be due on Monday. Then due time, I'm going to do 5 p.m. So assigned to, so you can do deal owner here, or again, you can hard code. So I will do the deal owner. Linked deal, so it is the deal from step 1. Linked organization, I want it to link to the organization connected the deal from step 1. So what triggered this? And then same for the person. Then if I wanted to add notes, for instance, I could do, make a call, leave voicemail if they don't answer, and then mark this activity as done. So I can apply this action. Now, super importantly, by default, this automation is only going to trigger by you. If you want it to apply to your whole company, then you want to say triggered by any user, and then click save again. And then you can go ahead and make it active. So now I have this automation on, I have the Zapier automation off. So if I go back here, if I move this deal to follow up, I should see that yellow triangle switch to a gray circle. And here, now I have this discovery call follow-up activity. I have my instructions here. It's due tomorrow at 5 p.m. So my workflow automation worked. And then if I want also, I can go back and go to history. And this is where you can see a little bit into what triggered and on what deals, but it is not quite as insightful as the history you can see in Zapier. So one of the reasons that I do prefer Zapier is you can see a lot more data around the run history on the deal, what information existed it in, versus for the workflow automation, you just get that it kind of triggered as of today. But they are always improving this. So whichever system makes more sense for you, feel free to use and play around with. And I hope you are able to create a lot of awesome follow-ups for your sales team.